is going on? We're back. Episode number 9 of the Basement Podcast. We have our second returning guest. Owen was the first one. This is the second one. The man himself, Erik Anderson. How we doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing? What's up, everyone?
We're chilling. We're big chilling. Let me turn this music down a little bit. We just had a fat ball sesh today.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't expect
Even fatter one tomorrow.
Exactly, dude. It's gonna be sick. Everyone that's in the group chat better pop out. That's a dope location. First time I balled there. Had a shit ton of fun.
Yeah, we've been balling there since I think every year of high school. Like whenever we get the chance, like during the summer, and then like whenever we just like want to go, like ball at Murph's when we're there.
Yeah, I got you. All right, man. Past week there was 3 shootings. I think it was like 50 people died, something like that. Seen a lot of stuff over social media about it. A lot of about how police handle certain things. And I mean, I kind of I don't know. They were showing people you seen the picture maybe with this guy was beaten up. Which one was fucking arrested for selling cigarettes or some stupid thing, and then who was arrested for murdering 20 people on that. What's your thoughts on that? We're gonna try to keep this completely political, not political at all. I meant no political
just
bias.
about police.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna give our raw opinions,
right.
No sides really. We're just
right.
gonna.
I mean, there's bad policemen, but there's more good policemen. There's bad lawyers, there's bad doctors, there's bad all these people,
Yeah.
but of course they're gonna get the bad rep because there is you're not gonna hear a news story about a surgery going wrong. You're gonna see the news story about a cop just killing someone when it may or may not have been needed.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people will just think about the cops oh, they're the one who messed with my brother, or they're the one that I don't know, just I think they're just getting a bad rep for people who are just being dumbasses who just have no idea.
Yep.
But don't get me wrong, there is a lot of cops who are go over the edge as we know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I completely agree with that. And also, this is another common thing is that a lot of the negative parts of people are shown on social media, and it's there's definitely a lot of amazing fucking things cops do to protect us every day. But there's just, if they do one bad thing, I do think they get called out on it. But it's deserved, but it's not to be you can't make the stereotypical thing all cops are bad, all cops are this, that, and the other thing. But let me hear what's your thoughts on the shootings, specifically gun laws, because I feel like you have a very strong take on gun laws.
All right, actually, yeah. So you know who stopped the El Paso shooting? A law-abiding citizen who was carrying a firearm.
Yeah,
who helped stop
I saw that video. Yeah.
And I think the way you prevent or try to curb mass shootings, because obviously they're a problem. There's been more mass shootings in America than days this year, which is
you saw that on Ellie's story.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
Trust me, I'm pro gun, but there is a problem. Obviously, if you say there isn't, then you're just straight up wrong.
Yeah.
But the way to address it is pretty up for debate. But I think and have you noticed that almost all shooting, not all shootings, but all the bigger shootings happen in bigger places where gun control, or there's heavy gun control laws, Baltimore, St. Louis, L.A. All these places have the toughest gun control, Chicago, Detroit, all the toughest gun anti-gun laws in the country, and they're still going up the number of shootings. So I think that's a different problem we got to address.
Can you be specific on exactly what would be your solution for the gun problem? Because first off, I was talking to my with George, and we were down in the Cape talking to his buddy from back in the day. I think he was in the military, and it's just that the Constitution was created 1776, right? There obviously people have the right to hold bear arms, whatever. Those were fucking muskets back then.
My point to that is,
yeah.
Do you really think the people who started or founded what is now the greatest country in the history of our world didn't think we would advance technologically?
I don't think to this point, to be honest.
Well, if you're setting up a country to go forward as for the rest of time, and it's our founding fathers, they're most of them are almost very, very intelligent. They would have the foresight to say all right, technology's obviously it's not at the speed it is today, but at one point we will have better guns.
Okay.
A lot of guns progress throughout their lifetime. If you look up the history of like different types of guns, but obviously you didn't have AK-47s, you didn't have like Uzis, you didn't have all these things.
Well, what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you think there's first off, I don't even understand why should an AK-47 even be legal?
That is true. Like, I really don't think you should be able to buy like a severe like
a high caliber
like rifle, like if you want to like go to a shooting range and like they have them set up there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's like the solution
for purchase.
But for purchase, I really don't think they are. But I do still think that like there needs to be like people like getting like heavy background checks and like Corey checks and like mental tests to like make sure they can get a gun, because which most people can get, but you gotta like go like hardcore into like investigating like, all right, what's this person about? Have they had any like anti this or anti that agenda? Are they homegrown terrorists?
Yeah, exactly. I had a very strong take on this when I heard it. We did a project, me, Declan, Nico, Dan. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, that was the squad. And American literature. It was like a PSA thing, like you know what I'm talking about. You remember that project? So we did a video game, violent video games. Trump released the thing yesterday, mentioning, I'm not taking sides or whatever, I'm just giving my opinion. He mentioned a thing, basically using video games as a scapegoat.
I mean, I think that's like, we've been playing like violent video games since we were like,
if that was the case,
little kids,
everyone would be dead, dude.
Dude, it's just,
you don't know how like so many people fucking have played these games in their lifetime.
Of course.
And I don't think it's not as much as a video game. It's just their mental health.
Exactly. Like,
that's it.
Yeah, if you got some dumbass who just like can get their hands on a gun legally or illegally, then they shouldn't have a fucking gun.
Yeah, exactly. But it's almost to the point where it's like you could like that statement. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but like a comparison is like if you play like aggressive sports in high school, does that make you more aggressive as a human being? Like, you can't blame that. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Like, it's like
football players beat I'm not saying like they're known to, but like they're very aggressive if they get mad, and it's like, but you can't like that's just their mental health. It's like you can clearly see Tom Brady isn't about to fucking punch a guy in the face, but there's some of them that their mental health isn't necessarily there, and they're fucking lunatics. Like, who's that Bernard, whoever that just like takes out fucking Gronk?
Bernard Pollard.
There's a lot of boneheads in the NFL. But it's just
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking mental health. I think that's a serious concern. And do you think it's getting worse? Or do you think it's just becoming more apparent?
That's a good question. I mean, was it the whole like gun situation?
Not even gun situation. I think it's just there's a lot of more psychotic people, and I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I feel like social media has definitely something to do with it.
Absolutely.
So many people. I
saw this one guy. I want to hear your take on this. Yeah. But because this guy was like posting on his Instagram, and you take Adderall, right?
Yeah, well, like very low dosage.
Like, and it's prescribed, of course. But this guy was saying, he's like, if you can like, because as you know, like most kids are just like rambunctious, like most kids. Yeah. Just like when they're like, especially like younger. But he was saying something along the lines of like, if you have like this like 8-year-old Johnny who's just like who's just like just like bouncing off the walls, like instead of like parents like growing up, not like growing up, but like becoming like stricter with their kids. And it's like all that. They go to a doctor and like prescribe them on like Adderall, and which the guy said like can like change your like mental thinking like severely. Like, I want to hear your take, because I don't take Adderall, I have ADHD, but I just want to hear like, I was intrigued by it, and I just want to hear like a personal experience.
If it affects me,
like does it like mess with the way you're thinking at all, like when you take it?
Definitely not. I think I just don't have a high enough dosage to like make that statement, but I've talked to multiple people that have a much higher dosage, and it just shows that they just can't focus as well when they're off it. Exactly. It's just,
like that's what I was thinking
it's
too.
It's more of it's just Adderall is for focus. It's not for your mental. Like, I do know. I'm pissed that it got deleted, but Jay Coletti, when he came on with Christian and Coco, he was talking about like he said he opened up on a couple of things that he's never told anyone before, and he said he had like severe acne, and he took this drug called Accutane. And I had the option to take that when I went to a dermatologist. Accutane's a drug no one should ever take. Don't ever take it. You're costing your mental health for a clear face, which is just something you don't want to do. It actually says you can like develop bipolar from taking this drug, and it was like my dermatologist's like favorite drug, and it's like, how the like that's kind of fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, but it makes your face clear, and it's like, fuck that.
I
Like,
can just like wash my face consistently for.
yeah. Do you want to hear what you couldn't drink? You couldn't do. You couldn't go in the sun as much as you would want. Yeah, and then like it has mental problems. It's like, who the fuck would want to take this? But Jake took it, and he said he got like super depressed from it. And it's like there's drugs like that there's just no purpose to have, really. I mean, I don't know. Drugs. What's your thoughts on? There's a lot of people that get pissed off about doctors, not I don't know, misprescribing. Is that the word?
Yeah, like over prescribing.
Yeah, something like that. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Because I've never encountered that. I think that Massachusetts has a lot of great doctors.
Absolutely.
But
I mean, I really don't like take like any medication, so I like really couldn't tell you like any like experiences. But like there are some doctors who like do like either just misprescribe or just like are a little lazy and like don't like really do their work a little bit. But I have like there like it can mess you up. But I just really don't have like enough insight on it for you.
I'm just remembering all the questions that we had from like debates before we started Columbine, and I mean, a lot of this also just I don't think people get. I mean, it's not completely their fault, but a lot of it's like on parenting. I just feel
absolutely.
Like,
That's one of my things because
yeah,
like as a society, like as you and I have said so many times, we've just gotten so soft that like there's just no real discipline. It's always like trying to like help, like not help, but just trying to like not make them feel bad or just all
I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're like right now, if we don't change, we're on a downfall in terms of mental strength and mental. I don't even know, like mental toughness. Just like if you, a lot of people can't even the kids in the grade below us, a lot of them, they can't take shit.
No.
Like if
I won't fight back.
If I say something to you, like don't be like, dude, honestly, like fuck you, like you're such a dick. Like be like, take it and actually do something with it.
We need more tough love in today's society.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like speaking of which, Ty was freaking out at Murphy today, and they made up because it's like they're not a bunch of fucking pussies. Like Ty was mad that he lost. And he was just
on like a controversial play, and like
exactly.
They're like they had like a little beef, and they're like, all right, we're good. This is stupid. I was pissed we lost the game.
Yeah, but there's a lot of kids that I know definitely in high school now, and just I can see it. That would just be like, dude, honestly, fuck you. Like, no, like I'm not gonna dap you up. Like you just fucking screamed at me. Like Murphy easily could have done that to Ty, but like they're not like that. But I want to also just make a note real quick on parenting. It's not like, oh, I want to have a kid so much. It's like for some reason I was thinking about this week, and I'm happy I'm talking about it. If you're not ready to have a kid, don't do that, because you're ruining your life. You're ruining the lives of your family for taking on responsibility for your kid because you're not in the correct situation, and not only like you're ruining your kid's life. Like you're not giving him what he deserves. There's a lot of shit that's like, if you're not ready and mentally stable to have a kid, don't have a kid.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like a lot of the shooters misparented. It's like you have to keep an eye on your kid, like not to the point where it's like it's like over the top. Like I feel like sometimes where it's like your mom's like, you got to be home by 11. Like you respect that, but it's like kind of like a little bit like, like there's got to be a slip here and there. Because it's not like you're out like fucking pushing drugs or shit. But
right.
I just feel like parenting is a major key. I mean, do you think it's getting worse?
I mean, yeah, as our society, like I said like a couple minutes ago, we just keep getting softer and softer. And like there's just not enough more tough people like as there was in like other generations. Like go back World War II, you like millions of like 18, 19, even like kids younger than that were ready, like knowing they were gonna die, like going into to face the Nazis who had taken over almost all Europe. And now you have 18-year-olds today who are just like, just like You didn't
Pussy-
know.
They just
I
sit
don't
up- they
want
just-
to.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything without it might trigger some people.
Yeah,
But
I got you. I got you there. Yeah, that's definitely definitely something that I think gets overlooked. I mean, well, here's another thing too that I wanted to talk about. We're not picking sides once again. It's just a statement from the upcoming Democratic candidate Brett something, right? It's Brett something. All he said was that he was blaming a lot of hatred in these crimes, or like claiming it or connecting it, putting it on Trump basically, in terms of fuck, I forgot the word already, but like the shooter had something written from the Texas one saying he was targeting Mexicans, that stuff, and a bunch of others like words to describe them. And he was saying like you couldn't tell if it was the shooter or Trump that wrote it because of the wording. What's your thoughts on potentially Donald Trump's misuse of words and just language that could potentially sway people's mindsets in like a hatred towards other people?
I mean, I really think like these shooters like have their own agendas. Like, I really don't think like it's really Trump's fault that 20 people died over the weekend. Like, and like I know these people's like, oh, he was a hardcore this, he was a hardcore that. You gotta blame the president. You can't blame the one man who's in charge of 325 million people for one psycho who likes him. And most of the time is a lot of these shooters actually like hate him and like hate for a lot of things they stand for.
Yeah, they hate everything basically. If I was to go shoot up 20 people and just like I don't even know who they are, but I'm targeting people, it's like you just hate people in general. Like you just
that's more like it's more of a you problem than like a whole like a
yeah. I was just wondering. Once again, I'm not for Trump, but I definitely don't think that's his fault at all. I mean, it's not like he was like, "Yo, you want to go like shoot up this place in like Walmart, like this Walmart in
like
El
a lot of
Paso,
things."
or, like,
I think a lot of things he says are like taken way out of context, like trying to keep this as little like
biased,
picking a side as possible. But when he was like either first getting into office or running for president, he's like, you got a lot of bad hombres like coming from Mexico, which is true. MS-13 they have like landed in the U.S. I know like they originally started here, which is we found out from Spanish, but like a lot of people, a lot of like it seems like I see a story like at least like once a week of like these guys like coming down or coming up here and like murdering someone or murder and like
That's another thing too. It's like I know these shootings happen, but I bet you there's more than 50 people combined that die every week by a gun. I feel like just like gang violence and all that other stuff.
Funny that you brought that up. I actually want to see your take on this too. Like on my way over here, I saw this tweet by Neil deGrasse Tyson, the famous like scientist. It says, in the past 48 hours, the U.S. horrifically lost 34 people to mass shootings. On average, across any 48 hours, we also lose 500 to medical errors, 300 to the flu, 250 to suicide, 200 to car accidents, 40 to homicides via handgun. Often our emotions respond more to spectacle than to data. What's your thoughts?
I think
on
that's. I was thinking about that with the shootings. It's like it's not a fucked up way to think that it's like. It's. I think there's I don't know, because there's a lot of them are preventable. See, like the medical stuff we can definitely prevent. I think shootings to a certain extent we can prevent. There's always going to be nut cases though. The more and more people we're going to have, it's just you can't look out for everyone. I think it's impossible to create a perfect system.
Yeah, of course. There's like we all want this America to be like, or the world just to be like this utopian society, which you always want to hope for the best and like do things the best you can. But even though like we have all these problems, it's a lot better than mostly everywhere on the planet.
Yeah, 100% agree. I mean, it's like I want to go to places in the world, but it's like the Dominican, pretty fucked up right now. They're like poisoning like tourists, and that's not good. Like South America, super beautiful place, super dope. Like the species and everything, run by gangs. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm not gonna like. I feel like at least 2/3 of like the whole like continent is like gang controlled, corrupt
absolutely.
Politics, and it's like you feel bad for those people. But another thing like that I was talking about when I was down in the cave with my grandma, is like they're both anti-Trump, but the point is like it's a point that I kind of agree on. But it's like Mexicans, I mean, we don't get to choose where we're born.
No.
Like, we're lucky we're in this situation. We're lucky we're able to do a podcast and give our thoughts and feedback, and you people, whoever's watching, watches. And it's like, but there's people that, like in Mexico, that are just born in a shitty situation and that want to come to this country to do good stuff. And I think we did see that. Remember that one video that the guy got deported?
Yeah.
That had his own business. And it's like, there's like a lot of those that we just, I don't think they get brought attention. Like, the attention isn't brought to them. Yeah. And I think, like, you're right. MS-13, a lot of people come over here that don't have anything good to add to our country. But there's a lot of them that do help with farming in California and all that stuff. And they provide good work. And I'm pretty sure they get underpaid.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, that's what they do, like, almost everywhere. Like,
yeah.
Because you can't, I know it's kind of a dick thing to do, but, like, you can't, like, it's under the table. You, like, have to, like, pay them a little less because, like, what are they going to do about it? Who are they going to tell? Like, what's your name? Whatever it is. Oh, you're not in your system. Get out.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so, like, they get put in, like, a pretty shitty situation.
Yeah. I agree. I was when we had the we'll turn off the politic mode and all this stuff. It has to be touched on. It's like, it's just, we can't have 50
it's just what's
people
going on in our world right now.
We can't have people just die in mass shootings and just not mention it in a podcast. And but like, I was talking to I think it was Ivan, I don't know, I forget. There's the 3 dudes at Hannah Heron's party that are from Jamaica. Super mad respect for them. They work at Russell's with Tommy. But it's like, they were just super, I was saying, like, Jamaican people are super, super nice from what I've experienced with them when I went there, and, like, them at the party. Super nice people that just work hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, why can't we just have more of that, to be honest?
Because, like, that's the thing. Like, if, like, everyone was like that, it would be a completely different, like, thing.
Well, everything would be so much more productive. There's so many lazy people. I mean, even in our grade, that it's like, all right. It's okay if you don't have a job, but be doing something that's productive at least, that like helps society. Here, mute your mic real fast. Because I feel like there's just so many fucking, like, yeah. Say other names.
All good.
We're just talking about people that are not productive, and it's like if you're living, you need to have a purpose with your life, and all right,
have like a goal, have a dream, always be working towards
something. Yes,
because you always want to make yourself. Why not make yourself live in the best situation possible? Because especially like when you work hard at something and like you get the result you wanted, you feel amazing.
It's like the best feeling ever.
Like, say for instance, like when I like work with my dad, I feel like when I wake up at 4:30, I'm like, oh, I fucking hate this. It sucks, but I like put in like a 14-hour day.
Dude, you know
and,
how
like,
many
at the end of the
feed?
day, and it makes so good money.
Yeah,
such good money.
And you
and
know
just,
who
like,
you're feeding. Like, you're feeding a shit ton of people, dude.
And like it feels like, all right.
That's what it always feels about
sucks
good.
in
Like,
the meantime, but hey, it's worth it. I made my money. I provided a service for people, and I feel good about myself.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get to the party, dude. How fun was that party? Was it better than Tommy's or not better? I don't think it was better than
I don't think it was.
Tommy's was so fucking lit, dude.
I mean, parts of this were better because I didn't die at this point like last year. But the overall experience, like, don't get me wrong, this was probably party of the summer, right? That we've been to? Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. It was so funny seeing everyone there.
Oh,
I saw some cross-country kids, and I was just like, yo, it's good.
Yeah, just seeing, like, people, like, I don't know, like...
Just a couple of yims that you never see anymore.
Yeah, just, like, the people who you're, like, friends with in school and, like,
yeah, or, like, kids that you'll see
in the summer. Just like, oh, shit. They're just, like, talking to everyone.
Dude, the Gloucester kids popped out. First off, tell me how they got home, because I was thinking you slept there, and I don't think they slept there.
They told me they were gonna, like... I thought they were gonna, like, sleep in the car in Russell's Orchard, because that's where everyone parks, and like head home in the morning. But I found out like when I woke up, like one of the kids like texted me just like about the night. I'm like, how'd you guys get home? He's like, yeah, I drove home at like 4:30 in the morning, a little buzzed. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say, dude.
So I think they like chilled in the car for a little bit, sobered up, and then like went home.
What time do you get there? And name your favorite part of the night.
Favorite part of the night? I mean, nothing like truly like sticks out, because like for me personally, what I was doing for most of the night was just like talking to a few people here, and like I don't know, just like maybe bring someone else with me, and then just go to talk to other people, and like just keep doing that. And I was like helping other people, like couple people died. I'm not gonna name names, but helping out some people for that. But
you can name names. It's like
I don't want to.
Valeria did. She died.
No,
Right?
no,
Well.
like other people though. I just don't want to like name names
Like,
because like for what it said, like when you die at parties, like when I do, I feel so bad about myself when I do, and I like don't want people to know. Like I always try to like, no, I'm good, like, because most of the time like you think you're good and just like shit happens, but like
yeah, like you shit
for at
on
least
my
personally, like
fucking throat
I
with my
thought
shoe.
that like for a little bit I was just like I just got a rep as like, oh, like every time he like does something, every dies.
Yeah, because you literally did that
But the
for
thing
quite
is-
a bit last year. Don't
listen
lie.
to me.
Don't
listen
lie.
To me. Listen to me. How many times have we gone out and just like done our own thing with just like you, me, John,
Just the
like,
boys?
to Adam? No, yeah, just like
Because
the
that's
boys.
different.
No,
That's
listen to me. So like I don't even know. It's just like last year, like there was probably like 4 to 5 party stretch where I just like died like each time.
this guy.
Like I like
The
this
intro
is,
to this video will be Ben, the famous
Yeah.
video. That's gonna be
Yeah.
the intro. It's gonna be funny.
wait the one at Tommy's last year,
He's like,
and then I was like absolutely
Like-
half dead. I'm just like fuck you, Ben. Just like
that's our famous Eric punch. The drunk punch. But you don't have a favorite part of the night? First off, what was your favorite song that they played? Like, what was the song that you think like you got
Dude,
turned to and everyone else was like,
Shot of Flow remix.
really?
Dude, everyone was pumped for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Chloe Russell who put it on her story. Like, this is so Ipswich. Like literally like 60 people were like on the dance floor,
Yeah.
just like they're just like Blueface baby, yeah, and but like, and that song's just a banger. But what are your thoughts?
Dude, on my, I just love when I hear Mr. Brightside. That's
No,
just
I
like,
absolutely
that's
love
become,
that song.
I'm telling you, bro. I found out about that song a couple years ago. I was like, yeah, this song's kind of hype. Whatever.
Yeah, the first time I ever heard that song was after Cotillion, and it was at the Herons.
Yeah.
No, it was at Cotillion.
And that
and
song.
then we played at the Herons later that night. I'm like, what is this song?
Our grade gets going to that song, dude. Our grade.
and the
First
gra-
off, I'm
especially the
happy.
grade above
I'm
us.
so happy that I saw a lot more people from our grade there.
Yeah.
At a party, interacting.
I know. 'Cause
Having
you really
fun.
don't see that.
You don't see that, and thank God we're getting it the last summer we have.
I
Dude,
know.
look at my wrist is like fucked up from hooping. Look at bro,
Yeah.
it's fucking black. But that song gets so hyped.
Oh yeah, everyone like has the same feeling about it. That it's just a banger. That it's just like you gotta like just move around
Yeah,
and
dude.
start getting
Who was
buzzing.
who's your favorite person at the party? Just like you thought was like, dude, mine is Jacob. Jacob was so fucking funny, dude. This kid was going hard the entire time. I'm not gonna say specific stuff or like
Yeah.
whatever he did, but it was so fucking funny. Jacob's like, dude, we were talking about. He's like, Jacob's like, this is the best meat. I'm like, I love. No, I was like, Jacob, I love when you're like this, dude. Like literally, we went to our first part. We're gonna talk about on the podcast. First party was there, freshman year that we went to, for New Year's, and we were just back there again. And every time I see Jacob there, it's the funniest thing, dude.
I just love seeing Jacob like fucked up.
I know, he's
Because like I really don't see it that much, and when I do, I
Yeah.
just piss myself
It's
because I always
so
think of
much
him as like
fun.
the smart kid. Like I
The
know,
AP kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I know Jacob. He's like
Yeah.
he's a dog. But I don't know. I just like love seeing like him, Dan. Actually, I saw Dan today too. Like when I was leaving it, like he was like driving in front of me for like 10 minutes. I was like laying on the horn for like half the time.
Dude, so wait, who was your favorite person?
Oh, sorry. You know what? My Gloucester boys were like,
Yeah.
they were everyone.
They were
loved
booing,
them.
dude. They were booing.
And my friend Nick, his nickname's Briggs.
Briggy.
He's kind of like the leader of like those kids. Like He's just a savage. Like, he just doesn't give a shit about anything. But like, he's like responsible, but just like knows how to have a good time.
Yeah. Dude, that's so funny, dude. I was so like when I watched on the corner, like mad people like saw me, like I think you saw me, whatever, and
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
you
just
didn't
like,
get there till late.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, who are these kids? And Eric's like, these are the Gloucester boys. I'm like, no way, they are here.
Because at Fiesta, like I had Stu down, and then like, we met up with like Hannah, Tommy, like Fabry, Gillis, and like they just started talking. And I was like, they got like really close, and like they both went, like they all went to my house after, and this is weird, but one of Fabry's like two friends from Bentley that I like just said like hi to like during the night of Fiesta, and like they just like came to my house and like just like slept over, and one of them like threw up in the morning. I don't know. I was kind of shook.
Yeah, I would be shook too. It's like, all right, I just met you when you're throwing up into my house after you slept over.
Actually, off mic. So,
Make sure hold on.
All right, we're
All right,
back.
That's another funny story, dude. We're gonna keep it. We can't go Project X like mode on the fucking podcast or anything. Can't be doing any of that.
I can't be getting any of you guys in trouble.
Eric, I never get to talk about any. All right, first off, we completely forgot to mention this. How excited are you that the man himself, Mr. Brady, is back for another 2 years?
So here's the details behind that contract. So the last 2 years are voided after this year. So like it's extension for this year, getting him like I think it's an $8 million pay raise. But on the last day of the league year this year, those last 2 years of the deal are being cut off because you can do that on the CBA. So I think they're just going to try to take it year by year with him because you don't know how he's going to be.
Exactly.
In, like,
Yeah, I agree.
by year, like, but if anyone would deserve a little leeway, it's Tom fucking Brady. Like,
Yeah.
Guys, my lock screen. You want to see him right here? There he is. But I love the guy. But
He's the goat.
I get where like management's coming from because you have like a 42-year-old quarterback who had, like was still great last year, but it was a down year for him. And there were some times during the season, like they was like, all right, what's going on with Brady? And either like, what's up, George?
What's going on? Oh, you can take it. we
No,
didn't know
like,
where the pitcher was.
Like even like in the playoffs, shredded the Chargers because they don't know. And then like he had 2 picks in the AFC Championship game, and then I think he had one in the Super Bowl and didn't, and like only scored 13 points. Didn't really like do much if you watched that game, but.
Wasn't that like a? Wasn't that the
13.
interception at the end? Didn't he throw an?
No, he
I feel like there was an interception at the end of one of the games, but like it got called back because one of the guys. Oh, that was the
no.
Chiefs.
Yeah, 2 almost 3 in the AFC
Oh
Championship
my
game. 'Cause
gosh.
D Ford was lined up offsides.
Real quick, do you think the Chiefs are gonna have a really good chance against us this year or no?
The Chiefs. I'm sorry, are like the only like competition in the AFC. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because what other teams like the only teams I think like watch out for Indy because another year like healthy.
You don't think the Browns are gonna be
I mean
decent?
I know
That'll be a step up. They're gonna make the playoffs.
They will make the playoffs. Yeah. But like I'm sorry, you got on that team, you got too many like egos. Like they're already having chemistry issues. Like
Who, Browns?
yeah,
Oh,
Baker and Odell.
There's so many. Dude, I just can't. Ego are the downfall of all team success. Egos will destroy
Happened with the
success.
Celtics.
Yep, that's true. And then because just everyone thought they were better
Dude.
than each other. Ray Allen left.
No, I'm talking this year.
Oh well, I mean even Ray Allen left.
Oh, even no.
That
Like
was,
the thing is, like with that team though, like they just lost in 7 games to like LeBron and the Heat, who's like was like picked as like the greatest team all time, like when they like started.
yeah.
And like, all right, we got this next year. And then Allen goes and joins them for less money, which like, well, I thought was a big slap in the face.
Dude, doesn't KG still not talk to him?
I think so.
Dude.
Well, as of like maybe 2 years ago, but he still might not.
That's just really messed up, dude. All right.
Ooh, good song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, we can wrap this entire song.
All right, we're not doing
It's gang
that.
related. We're not doing it on the podcast because we're probably going to fuck it up. We haven't done it in a while, but we were practicing. Probably the only song that it's so hype when we do it is From the D to the A, dude.
Oh, my
so
God.
hype.
We can crush that.
So hype. Let's talk about this, Eric. I've never really, I don't think we talk about simulation or any like random crazy shit like that. A lot of it was talked about in my podcast with Coco, Jake, and Christian.
Yeah, that was a good. I can't believe that got fucked up.
And I was so mad. Recorded it twice, and it's like whoever said that. Some people were just like, dude, that was smart that you didn't fucking post it. It's like, why the fuck would I waste 4 hours of my life? Not waste, because we talked about a bunch of dope shit.
Yeah, of course.
But it was so funny. It was so funny, dude. All right, so let's talk about this. What do you think's down in the ocean, bro? Do you think anything crazy's down there?
At the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah, like we've only it's 10.
I know we've only like
10% has been explored, and it makes up 70% of our world. I'm not gonna do some Bruce Mabbott stats, talk about all the other stuff. But like, shout out Brucey, miss seeing that guy, miss him in class, just calling out me and Eric every day. But what do you think's down there? Do you think anything crazy's down there?
I really don't think so. Like probably there's like shipwrecks, like maybe things that'll like answer questions about like the Bermuda Triangle, like or like where all the things go, or like remnants from like shipwrecks and stuff. I really don't think there's anything like crazy. Just like maybe like new life forms probably that we haven't seen that like might be crazy in themselves. But like like what were you thinking of? Like any like Atlantis or something?
No, not necessarily Atlantis. Actually, there was a weird thing that Jake brought up, that there was an Egypt type Atlantis that they thought was Atlantis that they found off the shore of Egypt. That was like literally like a palace looking thing underwater. What's your thoughts on that? First off, also, what do you think? Do you think the pyramids were made by aliens?
I really don't.
You don't?
No, the Egyptians had like their slaves make them over like hundreds of years.
Eric, I doubt you watched it, but Matt, Tommy, and Owen's podcast. Owen brought up a very good point. If, all right, Mom, get over it. Mom, you can just put it on the table.
What's up, baby?
Come on, real fast. Stop making it weird. All right, so, he was talking about like, why don't we just? He said if we made 90 pyramids, they did the science, they could power the entire world. Because I didn't know that much about the pyramids before. They have crazy advanced technology in the pyramids.
Like what?
Like it takes air and it makes electricity, like air and water movement. I'm not even joking. And they were like,
they have that in the pyramids of Egypt right now?
Not joking. And they were there. They've been high-tech air ventilation systems. If you look into it, I never looked into it before, and Owens brought it up, that it only makes sense that aliens made that, because there's no way we were that advanced at that time. And first off, you see how high they were? Do you see like how high they are and how big they are? Like, I want to go see them in person. Like, they are fucking huge.
That is true. But like, I don't know, like they were pretty smart back then, like the Greeks, the Egyptians, even though they had like their weird like polytheistic like
Do you think that's a thing though? Do you think they can bring back people? Like, you think like you've seen like have you ever seen The Mummy?
Yeah.
Do you think they could do some ritual type shit, like say some hieroglyphics and bring people back?
I mean, I'm not gonna say yes, I'm not gonna say no, but like it's definitely like some good food for thought, like especially like what's going on like Area 51 right now. Like, what the fuck is in there?
Do you think there's something in there?
Well, there is stuff in there. Like,
well, no, not like. Is there stuff in there? Like, there's like a chair and like this and that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, actually, we were talking about this at Craig's like last week or the week before.
Yeah.
There's a special on Netflix. It's called Bob Lazar, and like,
dude, why did the podcast get deleted with Jake? He was talking about Bob Lazar the entire time.
Coming up.
Okay.
That's anything.
We were talking about this, dude. Jake. If you're watching this, you can tell I'm at. We literally talked about this. Bob Lazar seen some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
No one believes him. No one believes.
Dude, it's
him.
like bring it into like I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, but like I don't even know like what movie or whatever, but like where they can like the government can like delete like your school records, like your whole records. Like that's what kind of happened to this guy. Like they were trying to find his credentials, and like he got wiped from like I think it was MIT or whatever school it was. But like he showed like his diploma and like his like other like records and things that was from there. So like and like our government is definitely they're hiding something, because like I don't think it's like the worst thing to like try to hide something, because you don't want the whole world like letting like you're like, oh, we're gonna work on this like thing to I don't know, like if we need to protect ourselves, we need to like have this like new weapon or like whatever thing in there. But I definitely I don't know if they're like I don't know if we'll see aliens in there, but there is something in there. Like we all want to find out, but
I've been asking.
We'll see what happens like in a month and a half when that date
asking
comes.
a lot of people. Do you even think it will happen? I don't think it will happen.
I think you'll have like some dumbasses who go out there and like.
Dude, they're gonna get killed.
I don't like. I
the
really
U.S.
don't think.
government has said
No,
it.
I know.
Said this every time
It's
I talk
like-
about it. They will shoot you. It's a military base.
I think people like Timmy King bought like a ticket to Vegas for the day before, because like I really think like people will just go out there and just like, yeah, I'm not trying to die over like I think that was started as a meme.
Exactly. Well, no, I don't even think it started as a meme. The guy was actually dead ass. The guy that actually said it. I don't know if you saw him. He's like a complete like nerd.
I saw the guy. He looks fucking crazy, but I thought it like started as a meme.
I don't think so. Like people were taking it as a meme, but I'm pretty sure he was like dead ass when he said that. Do you think aliens are among us? Do you think that we have come in contact with alien life forms?
I think we. I honestly think we have.
Let's go. I agree. Do you?
Like, there's too many stories out there. Like if you have like this one like psycho who's just like on something like, yo, I saw an alien, man.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Have you seen like the ones where like people that are from 2020 or like 2030 reveal like the future?
Yeah, I see those on like Snapchat. They never gain like any like traction.
Do you believe that though?
Most of the time, like no, like it's in like I'll read it, but I really like it's interesting to like think, but I honestly like I don't know, like has anyone like gotten anything like right that they've said like has happened?
I don't.
Or if
I
they
think
even
it's,
have had.
I think it's
said?
becoming very popular now. I mean, imagine that. That's
a lot of
topic.
people will just do it for clout.
Do it for the clout, man.
Do anything for clout. Clout.
But for real, do you think? All right, we've been bouncing around. Aliens have been among us. I think that's completely true. Second thing, do you think we could get our asses kicked by aliens?
I mean,
What's your thoughts?
like if they like have the technology to travel from whatever like solar system they're from, because like we've just looked like we found like life on Mars and it's just like small bacteria.
Yeah.
So I really don't think there's anything like in our solar system. But if they can like somehow get technology to come to Earth,
Mind-blowing.
and I think they probably
We're
could.
fucked.
I don't know if they'd like do it because they're aliens. We don't know like anything about them.
Dude, we would be fucked. Okay, I was talking about this. Do you think there's other like advanced civilizations out there? Like I don't know. I'm trying
like the other day.
Yeah, I'm trying to tap into like the kind of like very conspiracy like tap into the trippy side of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, do you think there's other people out there that are more like just as advanced as us? I mean, there's so many like I
I was saying,
stats, but
like what I was saying, like if we have had 100% like contacts with aliens, then they must be pretty advanced if they're making like technology that we haven't even discovered yet.
maybe I was asking Matt's like a super like scientific dude at Santa Cruz, and he's like it's impossible to travel at the speed of like light.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible to travel at like a light year.
Mm-hmm.
What if they can?
Yeah, if they can, then that's what's in Area 51.
Yeah.
That's what I think was in there. Like they find like these things, and like we gotta find out how to do this because we can use it.
Yep, exactly. That'd be next level. But also, in a super weird like simulation type of way. Have you seen the Maze Runner? Ever seen that or no?
I think I saw like ads for it.
Yeah. Alright, but it's like people that put them in a simulation and see like which ones will succeed and like who makes it out of the maze.
Actually, didn't we watch that in like 7th grade or 8th grade?
Probably. Yeah, probably. But point is, what if there's like 3 advanced civilizations and there's a certain someone that is watching us and it's like a simulation to see who will succeed, who will take out the other civilization.
I mean, unless it's proven not possible, like, I'm gonna say it's possible.
Do you think
Maybe, probably unlikely, but it's possible.
so? You don't think we're living like in a simulation?
I really don't.
Yeah. You don't think there's someone that has placed us here to try to see how we end up?
I mean, it's weird to think about, because, like, you could just, like, keep, like, snowballing on everything. Like, maybe, like, these people are spreading ideas onto people, like how they'll respond if there's massive shootings, how they respond if there's, like,
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
natural disasters.
Imagine how crazy that is if aliens are watching us right now and they're using us. Like, what if they placed us here on this earth? Placed us, like, brought life here.
Yeah.
I'm religious, so like that just wouldn't make sense to me. But like just for the purpose of this,
Just hypothetically.
put us here on Earth. Been watching us our entire existence to see how we are, to see how we act, to see how much we can understand and learn.
That'll be fucked.
Dude, it's scary to think because all of this stuff, all the new technology and stuff, it's just so mind-blowing to me more and more. I don't get how this works. I was telling Christian, Coco, and Jake, like, how does this camera work? Do you understand how this is capturing us
hell no.
right now and putting stuff on the screen? I don't think I've met anyone that understands how that works. But just if you start thinking about each and every little thing that we're able to do with technology, it's so hard to understand.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. Like lights make sense. Cameras, how does that even do it? How do they even pick up audio?
No idea, but, like, I think with the, like, original cameras, they, like, like, everyone knows, like, what an original camera looks like.
Yeah.
And, they, like, I think it has, like, a piece of, like, I don't know, like, piece of glass, and, like, it, like, because they used to take, like, mad long to do.
Yeah.
And, like, they, like, I don't know, like, it's, like, cut up into, like, sections or something. Like, they'd, like, take, like, the piece of light from, like, there and, like, piece it together. I think that's how it was with original cameras, but I have no clue how, like, just think about just this device.
Yeah.
It is fucked.
It is, and I don't
like it can, like, store more, like, data or whatever the term was. I saw it online. Like,
that's even creepier. Like,
it like can do more than than what put man first on the moon. Apollo 13.
And it's so weird, dude. Too, because like
11.
I always trip out whenever I think about the internet. Like what the internet's just a non-existent thing. I think they have servers for it, but it's just everyone can get to it. Everyone can get to it, which is absolutely crazy to me. I was asking them. I forget who I asked about this. I want to say a lot of these questions I asked. I believe, yeah, it was in there. It was in. This is the podcast with Christian and them. What's your thoughts on freezing yourself?
Oh, like what Ted Williams did?
Yeah, yo, are you gonna pick up your trash or what?
Fucking pick up my trash. I think that's fucked because, like,
Really?
look what happened with Ted Williams. Like, got his own fucking head cut off, like, because of, like, something, like, went wrong with it.
Ready? I'm gonna give you the scenario while I eat this. Actually, you can eat your Starburst while I'm
give me
saying
the
the scenario
scenario.
to you. I'm gonna give him the scenario while he eats his Starburst, and then he's gonna answer while I eat my Starburst. Picture this: you freeze yourself. There's a vault of other humans that are frozen, and it's like the cemetery, but of frozen people. If you ever seen like SpongeBob, just picture them all in a little glass ice thing.
Yeah.
Like a ice box, whatever. Picture them being there forever. I'm not sure how this works. I'm not sure like what's the potential. Technology advances like crazy every single day. Say 100 years from now, you become alive again.
That's insane to think about, but I mean,
You already ate that?
it's a fucking Starburst.
Oh, I thought you. No, but like, what do you think? But I mean, that's why I kind of want to like freeze myself. Like, imagine if that's possible. Imagine if you can freeze yourself,
I mean,
and then people
go
come
ahead.
back and they unfreeze you and they put you. And this is another thing I had on here, like AI. Imagine if they put you like in a robotic thing where like your head is in this robotic body and it's functioning. You're just using your brain. It has artificial heart, whatever. Do you think you would want to do that?
Oh hell no, not a chance.
Why?
Because you'd miss out on life, unless like you got like everyone like to do it. I feel like I wouldn't want to do that because like you have like you're literally being put into a new time. Like you're like put up with these like I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but
But to the point where would you not want to live more?
I mean I would want to like obviously we want to live as long as you can.
Like how crazy?
But like I want to like enjoy like that would be crazy.
You
but
wake up
I want to
100
like
years later.
I want to like
you see what happens.
see like the little
We've
things.
only been alive for 18, like right.
I
That's
know.
that's a fifth of that, and there's just so much that I can talk about here and there that you just don't even remember. That could be so significant.
Yeah.
But like,
No, it would be like an experiment to do like for 100 years and like see what has happened. But I don't think I would do it. But it would be. It's cool to think about.
okay, let's see this. Nothing else on here. I'm gonna look around. Sorry. Let me finish eating this. Talk about whatever.
All right. I really just want to get this off my chest. But what the fuck is wrong with you, Red Sox? You you go from last week. You have 14 games against New York and Tampa Bay, the two teams you're chasing. You're down like 8 games to New York. You're down like 1 or 2 at the time to Tampa Bay. You have a 14 game stretch when you're just playing those two teams, and like everyone's like, this is the time where you gotta like it's make or break, and you start off taking 2 out of 3 from the Rays. You really could have swept. Bullpen blew it again because they fucking suck. And then go against 4 against the Yankees at home. You kill them each game for the first 3 games. Chris Sale gets an absolute shit rocked for the whole country to see. And then you have the same thing again. You have 3 games against Tampa Bay. You get killed every single game. And then 4 game sweep against the Yankees. You just have that trip 5-9 when you really needed to play like 750 baseball the rest of the year to have a chance to like at least get into like the playoffs, because the wild cards like it's stacked right now. And the fact that this team lost its 2 best relievers last year, there's probably their 3rd best reliever turned into an absolute puddle and stepped back down in AAA. It's just like catching lightning in a bottle in the air. You do nothing in the offseason to address it. And then at the deadline, when the whole you have the worst bullpen in the MLB, ERA wise, and then you do nothing at the deadline to try to help, and then you try to spin like the narrative like, oh, we had guys calling about our bullpen. It's like, why the fuck you gonna get rid of them? Because they suck, all of them. You have 1 good reliever, 1, and you do nothing, absolutely nothing. You have your payroll is $250 million, $250 million, and you have teams that payroll is under 100. Tampa Bay is under 100. They're like, and they absolutely kill you, and I just can't even like focus on like how mad I am at this team. They're just so bad. Like you have Mookie Betts, should have won the MVP last year. Like he still have a pretty good year, but you look at Chris Sale, who's been like was my favorite player on the team coming into the year, like absolute stud, and he has 5 wins this year. He has 5 wins, and he just signed to a big contract extension and it's been a big thing on him to, like he can never finish a season, and then when he did last year, he sucked like for like the last month of the regular season, and wasn't great in the playoffs either. Yeah. But when you basically win without a bullpen last year, you put your starters, like you have your starter go 5-6, and then you have like your other starters like who you're not like putting in because you can't use your bullpen because they're so bad, except for 2-3 guys last year, and then you do nothing to fix it, and then you trade away your entire farm system on Ian Kinsler and all these just like Brad Ziegler. These 1 year like these 1 year like rental guys, and then like you do like you pull the trigger on Chris Sale to bring him in. You sell the farm, and a lot of the trades like worked. Like you won a World Series, so every move you made really worked. But looking at it like from a big perspective, you're screwing yourself right now. They have nothing in the minors right now. Absolutely nothing. And teams can just like bend them over at the deadline because they have nothing to give away. So their asking price is probably a top 2 prospect or someone who's like a legit young good star. But I could go on for 2 hours about the Red Sox, but I'll cut it short.
All right. The biggest disappointment is like, well, I don't know. I feel like everything went right for us last year. Like David Price finally got his fucking head out of his ass.
Let me just say one thing. David Price was your best pitcher for the whole year up until a month ago when that whole Dennis Eckersley thing came back up again. Remember that a couple years ago when
Dude,
like
once again, you know I don't follow the Red Sox.
Because you're an idiot. So, so Dennis Eckersley, MLB Hall of Famer, played for the Red Sox for like 10 years, and then he does the
Golf at Turner Hill.
Yep. And used to date one of my dad's friends back when like in
Definitely
the 80s.
not true, but keep going.
Patty
I'm joking.
Angie, don't follow
Patty Angie.
But this thing happened 2 years ago when they when one of Price's teammates, Eduardo Rodriguez, like was in a rehab start, and he got the doors blown off of him, like 8 runs in 3 innings, and he's like, Jesus, what that like he called him out for it because as you should, and Price like got all defensive. He's like, hey man, you can't do that. Like I'm a little pussy, and like they got into like almost like fist fight on the team plane, and it was just like this big story for like the rest of like for like a month, like 2 years ago. Yeah. Then it got brought up again because someone asked him about it and like in Eckersley about it in a documentary about him. He's like, I mean, I haven't really thought about it. I mean, he did he kind of did slight Price a little bit. It's like he hasn't talked to me or like whatever. And Price comes out. He's like, he says the right thing, like mostly for the right things in the most part. And then he just like he's like, I would like to have a meeting with him. I want to like work things out, whatever. And like, all right. But then he goes into like, look, I just saw a special on the MLB Network. There was no former teammates of his who would like vouch for him because like no one likes him. But like after my career's done, when someone does a documentary on me, there will be plenty of former teammates. And the thing was, it was a bullshit lie. They're like on the documentary, they have like 8 players, 2 coaches, other people, and so he just made a complete ass of himself. And ever since then, he hasn't gone more than 4 innings and like giving up less than like 4 runs. Mm-hmm. And that's my last Red Sox take. I promise. For
Jesus, now. Dude. All right, Eric. Was talking about it with Gilly and Cam. I don't think you even saw the podcast. Like, what the fuck? If you haven't checked out that podcast, check it out.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
I think it was the fastest viewed one. I told them I want to try to break 200 views within the first like 12 to like 24 hours of the podcast. They got it up to like 176.
Not
so
bad.
valiant effort. But they were. What do you think is the best trade that went down in the NBA?
Like this offseason?
This offseason so far, what do you think the best trade going down is?
It's if you don't say Anthony Davis to the Lakers, then you're. Then
some people said Westbrook.
Dude, they won't. They won't win.
Same.
They won't win.
No. Cam admitted that he thinks the Lakers are gonna win the finals. I
think they will too.
Let's go! LeBron's the GOAT!
No. Absolutely not.
Yo, actually, let's have a real quick GOAT debate.
All right.
I want to kind of save this for the one-on-one. So whoever's here, you're going to watch a debate that has been going on and on for nearly probably like...
Maybe as long as I've known you.
Nah, probably more like... probably like 5 years. It's just more like 7th.
7th and on? Yeah.
Yeah. LeBron's the GOAT.
No.
All right, now don't be all Shannon Sharp and fucking whoever the other guy.
Shannon Sharp is pro LeBron.
I know. Like, but I'm
Skip
Shannon
Bayless
Sharp.
is a retard.
Huh?
Skip Bayless is a retard.
He is. All right. LeBron's the GOAT. Why I say this? All right, we're gonna go back and forth for a bit.
All
We're
right.
gonna try to keep this to a 5-minute segment. All right, LeBron is the GOAT. Why I say that is because the competition much better now. I don't even have to prove it. I think you should know that. I think competition in general just rises every single year. Every single year, someone's going to get better at this. Someone's going to get better at that. People are getting more athletic. It's just evolution, evolving of a sport. LeBron's the GOAT. He's the best overall player on the court whenever he steps on. He's going to end up with the most points of all time. He's going to end up near probably almost top 5 in assists. He's going to end up easily top 12 in rebounds. I doubt he's going to end up on the blocks, but I'm not sure about steals either. But that's 3 of the 5 stat categories that he will be top 12 or above in, and he holds first place for one of them. He will hold first place. I swear to God on my life, he will hold the most
Until
points of all
KD
time.
passes him.
KD won't pass him because KD is a twig that gets injured, seriously injured,
Dude, he's been
damn
hurt
near every
twice.
2 to 3 years.
Dude, he's been seriously hurt twice.
Yeah, but he's been missed 2 seasons because of it.
Dude, yeah, true.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I just think injuries will get to KD. He was in his prime last year. He got injured again. And I think it's fucked up to say, but I feel like he's on a downfall. I'm not saying that he won't come back. He's definitely going to come back and dominate, but in terms of a long-term Tom Brady type of thing.
You can say the same thing about LeBron.
No, LeBron's older, and he's proven that he can. I think last year I felt like that was his first year where he's kind of just like, I'm going to take a break.
No,
I got to take a
listen,
break because 8 years in a row, he made it to the finals.
Look,
All right, he
I'm
beat
sorry,
the
but
best team
look
ever.
who he's going against to
Ever.
get to the finals.
Okay, but that doesn't even matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Dude, when he faced the best team to ever exist in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
The best team ever.
I'm with you
more
on that
ones
one.
than yeah. All right, thank you. All right, that's my point on why LeBron's the best. Also, I mean, I just feel like he has the. I think the whole thing is that he has the perfect story of being the best player ever. Because right over there, I have a picture. If you've been here for the podcast, you've definitely seen it. The chosen one. He said that when he was 18, and I respect the fuck out of it because he's lived up to it. That's why I respect Paul Pierce. He's the truth. He calls game. He hits it. That's some badass stuff. And he's badass because he's like, I'm the chosen one. He got it fucking tattooed on his back. The shit that he's doing for Akron, the entire story is why I think he's the best player ever. You can go.
All right, so what was your first 2 points to that? Like, all right, no, sorry.
About stats.
All right,
about
stats? I'm sorry, but it's not all about stats. He still averaged like 26 like 7 and like 6 this year or something like that.
Also, forgot to mention, he had the best finals performance ever in the history of the NBA. He literally averaged a triple-double with damn near, I think it was 29 points, 12 rebounds, and like 11 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. And 4
All right.
steals.
He did not average 4 steals
I
a
know,
game.
I'm just joking. 2.9.
Shut the fuck up.
We'll look it up.
All right, dude. Not everything is about stats. You got to watch the games. So, about the thing about LeBron is, he has had more help than Jordan had in his career. He had Jordan like for his entire prime, played with one All-Star. Yes, he was also like a top 5 to 10 player like in the league at the time, and he's one of the 50 greatest players of all time, Scottie Pippen. But Rodman was never an All-Star with Jordan. George Gervin was like an All-Star like Jordan's like rookie year, and when the team wasn't very good. And he's played with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie, Kevin Love. You're gonna be playing with Anthony Davis this year. I mean, like, I'm not gonna fault him for like that, but like, I'm sorry, I just can't stand his whole like, just like personality. I know he's a good guy, like he gives back to the community, like because like he was given a raw deal. He works his ass off. Don't get me wrong. I think he's number 2 all time, but I just can't stand him. Like, it's always about me. Fuck you. If I do good, if the team does good, it's because of me. If the team doesn't do good, it's because of you. Even though I put this whole team together, because he's calling his own shots wherever he goes. His old GM David Griffin said less than a week ago, I really did not like it sucked. Like, I got really depressed because not like depressed. David Griffin's a pussy anyway, but like, Like, cause his like personality is just like, I don't know. He's just like such like, I'm sorry, but he's like what you and I like hate as like a lot of people today. Like the not the hardworking part, but just like like it's all about me. Things should be given to me. And but going back to their game, I'm sorry, LeBron. 2011 cost you the GOAT status. I'm sorry. I don't care. I know we can all have a bad year, but dude, if you're being put up with the greatest of all time in your profession, and and the guy you're going up against doesn't have like multiple times where he failed, like his team failed due to him in an elimination game, he had 8 points, 8 points to send the series to Game 7.
Can I say, I think a lot about being the greatest too is recovering and making up for those mistakes. I completely agree that's pathetic. Mm-hmm. But in the 2016 NBA Finals, being down 3-1, him and his obviously his his counterpart Kyrie, they went back to back. Yeah, fuck Kyrie. Back to back, Game 5, Game 6, 40-point games. And then they showed up in Game 7 with the most historic block in the history
and the
of
shot,
game.
too. But with LeBron, I'm sorry, but I think he's kind of a stat stuffer. Same with Westbrook. Like
Westbrook has nothing, though. Westbrook's been to one finals, and he got shit on by LeBron.
I know. But I could, I don't even know, because, you kind of put me on the spot, but, if I had, time to, orchestrate a thing, I could, go on for 4 hours about how LeBron is not as good as Jordan.
We should actually get a solid career in there that knows their stats and has strong opinions and literally have the debate, the GOAT debate. That'd be a fun podcast. All right, I'm gonna end it off there. Murphy, is he Jordan or LeBron?
He's a big LeBron guy, but he thinks Jordan's better.
Really?
Yeah, because like I was saying, stat stuffer. A lot of times LeBron is just like I said, focus on himself.
I think finally people are saying though, LeBron's the GOAT. I've asked a lot of Boston sports fans that are LeBron's a douche, yeah, whatever, but you gotta respect that he's the GOAT.
I don't respect that he's the GOAT. I respect him as a player because probably the second best player to ever pick up a basketball. But
Eric, this is the last thing I want to ask you. What does he have to do to make himself the best in your eyes in the next
2 more.
Win 2 more, that's it?
2 more.
He could do it.
Actually, no, he's got to match 6. I'm sorry.
No. I think beating Golden State in the way that he did, everyone even says that's got to count as 2.
Okay,
literally
fair enough.
In our mind.
Yeah, so I was right. 2.
He beat the best team ever being down 3-1.
But he's got a ball. He can't do what he did this year.
Yeah, no.
This year,
dude, I'm telling you.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
This year is another reason why I don't think he's the GOAT. He this is the first the second time in his career that he's been out for more than a week with an injury. And the team they were kind of holding water a little bit. When LeBron got back, everyone's all right, Lakers going to playoff mode. LeBron did his fucking, I'm sorry, I hate when he does this, the 0 dark 30 mode. I'm not going on social media. You don't have to fucking announce it. Just don't go on social media. You're drawing attention to yourself. Just oh, me. But he absolutely shits himself. I'm sorry. You saw the Lakers when he came back this year, dude. He wasn't the same. I know he was hurt too.
I just think the Lakers. I think this year is just a year that you just chalk it. Just this year is a chalk. You could see right from the start that dude, I'm so sorry, Brandon Ingram.
Oh, I'm sorry. I could go on about Brandon Ingram, dude. He blows.
Sucks.
He blows.
Yeah, he does. But I'm serious. I really do think LeBron took this year to just be if we got a shot, shit clicks, whatever, I'm definitely going to roll with it, but it just wasn't. I think he was trying his hardest to get this. I think he was trying to be a facilitator to get guys going and get people in a mode. And it's just you just got to think. I mean, he can't, dude, with a team like that just got created, he's trying to feel people out, and people just weren't, they just weren't responding, I think, in the way that he wanted. So he has another year, and with the Lakers, I don't know how many more years he has, whatever.
I think he did a 3-1, so 3 years guaranteed, and then player option, which no one ever opts into that. like
Yeah.
like the superstar players because you can make more money like
Yeah.
otherwise. But like you'll see like Aaron Baines opt into
Yeah.
a contract, but not like the superstars. They never do.
I think he has to. I really want him to win this year, and I really think a lot of people think he can.
I think he should win this year. I'm sorry, he should be the favorite, and I'm sorry, but if you get 2 top 5 players on the same team with like a pretty deep team too, like they got in a good offseason, Avery Bradley. They brought Kuzma's progressing.
Yeah.
Who else they got?
I don't even
Oh
pay
my
attention
God,
to be
why
honest.
did-
I don't pay attention
Why
to
am I
trades
blanking
at
on
all.
what they did? Like they are loading up, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry if when
They got it. I mean, dude, you just got to think about it. You have Anthony Davis down low. Like LeBron doesn't have to body as hard as he needs to. Like in the past, it's like he's got to body hard. Like Tristan Thompson's a dog, but he's like only 6'9" or like 6'10", I think, right?
yes.
And it's like he's got like a lot of like JaVale McGee is just like not like a real big dog down low. Like yeah,
Yeah.
he can throw down, but he's a Shaq and a fool. Like he's a goof. But I don't think he's ever had like a huge guy like fucking Ilsakis.
Ilgauskas.
And like fucking Andrew Varejao. But besides that, even Chris Bosh isn't that big.
Who cares if they're big? They're fucking like
I know he's
all of them
skilled.
are
I know he's
all-stars.
skilled down low, but I'm just saying he's not like big. He's not like Anthony Davis is like probably like gonna end up being like one of my favorite centers ever.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just so dominant. Like he's so
the
skilled.
numbers that he puts up like are all time.
Yep, I 100% agree. All right, we're gonna get to the last couple parts right here. I don't really know what to even do. We already went through these top 5 questions before.
What else
Let's
did
see.
I write
Let's see.
down?
Let's see. What's the thing that you're gonna think, or you might even miss the most about high school, or like you won't miss.
I won't miss.
You won't miss, and then what you will
right.
miss.
What I won't miss is just like like a lot of like drama and shit.
I think that's like the
And,
number one answer. Yeah.
It's like some schoolwork can like suck. Like as you know, just
Yeah.
like it's school, but you're gonna be doing that in college too.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the drama is definitely like a lot of something I will not miss. It's just like what you were saying earlier. People are just so soft. Like they did this to me. I'm not gonna talk to them. If you're friends with me, you're not gonna talk to them either. Just like
Yeah.
it's just
yeah.
like stupid
It's
shit
so
like that.
dumb. So dumb. It's like now even in summer, it's just like I don't even give a fuck. Like I don't. If someone says something, it's like okay, like you can take it. I don't care what you do with it. But it's like whatever. What's the thing that you're gonna miss the most?
Just seeing like all my friends like every day, like especially like in sports too, like cause like I'm gonna be like playing like I'm gonna try out club lax and then like I'll still like trying to like continue my athletic career, but it's just like doing it with your best friends and just like all like the little shit, just like something as simple as like watching Gino do the dog in a bush stretch. It's just the funniest thing, or just like I don't know, just like old CAD lab sessions.
Yeah.
Just hanging with the boys, like things that like not really like too important to like your like all around like existence, but it's just like the little things.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree, dude. Definitely. Who is if you I was trying to think about this the other day, but I'm not really sure. Who do you think was your favorite teacher in high
Ames,
school?
without a doubt, Ames.
Really?
Actually, Ames and Gardy. What would you like?
Alright, Guardy's not like
Gardy's like,
like, man, come on, you know. I'm a
but
G.
easily Ames.
I agree. I think Scotty. I had like the weirdest dream. I had a dream that Scotty was on the podcast and we were like saucing and the school saw it and he got in trouble and everyone like had a petition to get him back. That won't probably happen, but
No, like the thing I would love to. I have to say this like to kind of flex a little bit, but in his class this year, like me and Gino would just sit in the back and just like and dick around the entire class. Like
you guys ain't good. Yo, you got a
and we
4 on the
just, like,
AP school.
and we just like would shit on Jason and shit.
Yeet.
Yay. But yeah, like I goof off so much in school. Like, but like
we
I
were
still
just known as like Guillermo and Rafael,
oh my god, for
Mr. Anderson and Mr. Norris.
wait, how many Spanish classes do we have? Do we have 3 in high school?
No, yeah. Oh shit, we had 3 Spanish classes, and that's probably like my favorite class is just fuck around with this. Like you can get away with it. Like if you're smart, you should be good at Spanish. It's just simple.
Yeah.
It's like it's literally matching. Like this word is this word in English. It's like okay, that makes sense. Some people don't understand, but it's like it's just matching. Like
Yeah.
But that was so funny. Like the first year with Miss Marullo.
Oh my god, that was
Such
so
Donnie C, Don Carlos, and then that nigga Daz.
That's Dylan Judy.
All right, let's tell that story real quick because I don't really know what else to talk about for a little bit. We're just gonna talk about it for a little bit, but
All right, so it was in freshman Spanish, and like, I think I was just talking like kids or something, and like Jockey
was
and
that the
Ben,
first period? First period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Jockey and Ben come up to me. They're like, who's the other guy in Gin and Juice? The song by Snoop Dogg. I'm like, cause I know, I know my hip hop history, and I'm like, it's that nigga Daz, and
It's the funniest thing though. It was just like he was like, oh, that nigga Daz. We're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what?
yeah, because like he had like he just bought a shirt. It was like a picture
Yeah.
of Snoop Dogg.
It was just young Snoop Dogg, but I thought it looked like someone different. But
It was like, yeah, who's the other guy? And just like,
yeah.
you're just like a retard.
that was too funny, dude. We had 3 Spanish classes. What do you think was your favorite Spanish class though?
8th grade.
8th. I just forget the
Dude,
teacher's
that was a
name though.
fun class too. Like
Eighth
you,
grade?
me, Dan, David Fonzo.
Dude.
Who else was in that class?
Oh my gosh, dude. There's so many things that I gotta reminisce on about school and classes because Owen Barnes brought it up to me when at the pop-up. He was like, yo, me, Dan, and you had like a fitness and nutrition class with, who was the old health teacher?
Miss Hoyle.
Miss Hoyle. We had a fitness and nutrition class with her, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, I forgot about that. I'm so bad with
He
that.
was my freshman gym TA,
Oh
and
my gosh.
we'd fuck with each other so much. And
Well,
then Chris Desmond was one of them too. You remember Chris Desmond? Oh my god.
Chris Desmond, I don't know where you're at, man. If you're watching the podcast, I love it.
I saw him at DJs last week.
Jesus. All right, what was your favorite Spanish class, dude? I feel like it has to be, I want to say junior year, dude.
Dude, in Murata's class.
Yes.
Dude, oh my god.
That was such a fucking crew in that class. Like we literally had such
Alright,
a
let's
squad
see.
in that
It
class.
was you, me, Cam,
Jay's been
Jay.
Jay's been like in a lot of our
Dude, he's
Spanish
been in
classes
he's
too.
been in my Spanish class for the last 3 years. Let's see, Andrew Z. Oh my, the 2. You know which 2 I'm talking about.
Oh my
god.
the Nintendo
Ian,
Switch.
Cam, Kylie, Maddie,
Wait, they were in
Bryn.
that class?
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my gosh, dude. That's a squad right there, dude. That was such a goofy class. And nonetheless, we created the best school project ever in the history
Oh,
in that class.
Chico's Day Hood. Look it up on YouTube.
It would be on my other account. Look up Chico's Day Hood on Jack Norris.
On
and
YouTube.
it is the most banger song ever. Me and Eric wrote everything.
Yeah, Jason didn't do anything. He was
Yeah.
just being a little bitch as always.
And he couldn't even rap the words. We literally just like, yo, you just gotta say these words, and we told him probably 10 times on how to
Yeah.
you know, verbalize and like say it like ooh like that,
Yeah.
and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah, we did it to Boys in the Hood by NWA. It was like our daily routine.
Yo, and literally it helped me. We aced the final because of it. It was like,
Yeah.
what's your daily routine? And it was like
I was like, all right, just think of the song.
yeah, bum bum. How does it go again? It's like
Let's say Trento. Yeah.
No.
Wait, this what?
yeah.
It was just. Should we pull it up
I'm
right
gonna
now?
play it on the mic. I'm gonna play it for the mic, and then we'll.
Wait, can you? They can't really see it on the because of like the.
They
on the
won't be able to
screen.
see it on here. No,
Like if you like just show it.
exactly. Well, no, I'm gonna play the volume through the mic. You don't have to like show them.
No,
the
like if you
visuals.
do like this.
Day Hood, Chico's Day Hood. Jack Norris, tell me awful things. Sorry, yes, I was not prepared. This is a banger.
Me and him wrote the whole thing. He did the audio and all the video shit.
This should be able to hear it.
You make Cristo comer, el banana, close in Havana, antes fue mi casa. Yo, Beso, Esteban's mom. That's Cam's mom, by the way.
This is Kim's favorite part right here.
I love this part. Yo me vaya cancha, juego baloncesto.
I'm gonna cut it off when we get to the Clippers.
I gotta say something after too.
So if you guys
Yeah, go back.
go back to where
Oh, never mind. Continue.
you guys can, I'm not sure. I think some people saw it in the class, but I'm not sure if everyone saw it. But
No, it comes up at the end of the video too, right?
yeah, I brought it up again at the end of the video. At the time, Ipswich had some beef with the Clippers.
Yeah.
Newburyport, we still do.
Still hate that town so much.
Yep.
If you saw my private story a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, the communists. Cammies. But whatever you call it. It's like we just had beef with them, so we wrote Newbury Clippers on a piece of paper.
Newburyport.
Huh?
Newburyport.
That's what I said.
I said Newbury.
Newburyport Clippers, and we ripped a piece of paper. But it was just funny because at the time there's actually like a lot of beef, like legal arrest.
Everyone who's gonna be watching this will know what we're talking about.
Exactly. You know exactly what we're talking about. Ralph Wokel.
Wait,
Is he your boy? No.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Sorry, if you're from Newburyport or Hamilton, I automatically don't like you.
All right. I am super.
Unless you change my mind, otherwise I don't like you.
All right. Let's wrap it up here. I want to talk about a topic that's coming to my mind right now because I'm so hungry. Best pizza in town.
Riv.
Best pizza you ever had?
Oh hell no. Nothing.
Best pizza you've ever had?
I think the best pizza place around is that I've been to is Maria's in Gloucester.
Got to check out that place. Never been there. So best pizza place in town.
It's right across the street from the train station.
Okay. What's the best fry in town?
Best fry?
Yeah, if you, like a French fry. See, I always this is all stuff that we talk about the clam box when it's rainy as fuck.
What's your thoughts?
Dude. I mean, I honestly think I never got Buns Burgers fries, and I heard those were pretty good.
Those were
Audrey's and whatever, but
so good.
Dude,
that would have to be my answer, but that place doesn't exist anymore.
I could always go for. I never got Buns while it existed.
Really?
Yep, never went there.
Missed
it was
out.
right next to George's workplace, but I think Zeno's has really good fries.
They do have really good fries.
I don't know who else, man. I think my overall favorite fry, it's either if I'm looking for a skinny fry, it's Zeno's. If I'm looking for a steakhouse fry, it has to be American Barbecue for me. They have a nice.
Chopridge has some really good fries too. They're so good. They cook them they're thicker, and they got the coating on it. Some people my parents hate the coating on fries. I love it. It's so good at the pub.
Yeah. So what do you think? What's your favorite?
I might have to go pub.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear this, Eric. What is? Why am I forgetting this? What's your favorite chicken nugget? Yep. Chicken fingers or chicken nuggets? Well, we'll say fast food chicken nugget, and then we'll say restaurant chicken finger. Mine has to be. I love Wendy's chicken nuggets. I was just talking about with Amy the other day. Stevie will know this if he watches the BK Nuggets with Amy.
Oh my!
She used to hook it up all the time, and then I had a super bad experience.
That was the biggest meme.
Sometimes I just have a really bad experience, and I won't ever do it again. And I went to BK, and they made a really bad chicken nugget. It was super fatty, and the outside was just not crunchy. It was all slimy. It was ugh. And really haven't had them as much since. I don't really eat fast food as much anymore. But point being, Wendy's is my favorite.
Wendy's is gas.
And then my chicken finger is American barbecue. I love American barbecue so much.
I might have to agree with you on that.
So good. I mean, the coating on the outside, it's perfect white chicken on the inside.
Mm-hmm. It's
just so good. American barbecue is a send spot. If you've never been there, you have to go there. It's in Raleigh. I think they have a location in Beverly too. Speaking of Beverly, what's your favorite burger? Mine is A&B Burgers. I fucking love that place.
Fuddruckers.
Really?
I rip. I mean, I don't really go there almost at all, but whenever I do, it's like a treat. I love it. I love their burgers there.
Dude, what's your favorite shake that you've ever gotten at a restaurant, dude?
Fribbles.
Let's go, dude. Fribbles are the shit. When I get Ben on here, I'm doubt I'm not even gonna bring it up, but he knows all about Amy used to make fribbles back in the day, man. I used to go to Friendlies, and I used to get the chicken fingers on sticks with the fries, and it'd be like a cool little like tower type of thing. I would get a large fribble, and I would get a large root beer, and it'd be just like a root beer float, a root beer float fribble, and it was so good, so good. Who do you think? What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? And specifically the brand that makes it.
Let's think about this.
Been really falling in love with this, and it's just because I'm on it now. It's called New England Pothole by Friendlies.
I've heard about that. I'm pretty sure I had it.
George gets defensive around it, so my dad literally like we had like a little family graduation party, and the options were like vanilla, cookie dough, chocolate, and then New England Pothole. And he was trying to he was asking people which flavor they wanted. He wasn't asking if they wanted pothole because he was just trying to keep it for himself. Freaking George, dude. But what's your favorite flavor and brand?
Half-baked Ben and Jerry's.
Half-baked? Never heard of it. I'm not a big ice cream dude, so don't hit me with the judge. I know there's a lot of white girls out there that love their Ben and Jerry's. You go.
I mean, I honestly can't remember everything off the top of my head, but I'll pull up what's in it, and if I'm pretty sure almost everyone has had Ben and Jerry's except for you because you're a little bitch.
No, I went to their location. Yeah,
I have
me.
I have two.
Is it in New Hampshire, right? Or
Vermont.
Vermont. That's close enough.
Half-baked.
Can you describe what it is?
That's what I'm looking up right now. Ben and Jerry's. All right.
How is it your favorite? You can't describe it.
'Cause I haven't had in a while. Fuck off. All right. It's vanilla ice cream, chunks of cookie dough, fudge brownies, caramel, and other peanut butter chocolate. It's so good.
As we're progressing towards the dessert favorites, what's your favorite cake? Mine is a Dairy Queen M&M ice cream cake. Shit is gas. It's game over if I get
really
that.
Can't say most of the time just go to
Market Basket makes
Market Basket or just whenever a cake shop. But
Coffee Time has really good stuff.
I don't really know my cake selections for places.
What's your go-to dessert? If you're at a place that has a buffet and there's all these different desserts, mine is chocolate mousse cake or mousse tracks or something like that. Mousse tracks, chocolate mousse cake. I'm a big lover of double chocolate. I know you don't like chocolate that much at all.
Yeah.
So let's hear it.
Honestly, just a make your own sundae was just have you been to Putnam Pantry in Danvers?
Yep.
So good.
So
it's
good.
They have everything there.
Yeah, they do. It's awesome. All right.
How long have we been going for?
I'm gonna end it soon. We've been going on for probably
hour and a half
or so.
Yeah.
What's your? I don't even think did I ask this on the last one? I don't think I did. What's your dream travel spot? I don't think I.
No, I don't think you asked me that. Dream travel spot. Ooh, let's see. I mean, I would always love to travel when I'm older because there's so many cool shit around.
Dude. I was talking to my grandma. She's traveled everywhere, every single state. She's been to damn near every country. I think she's gone to over 100 countries.
Wow.
My whole family is a bunch of travelers.
Yeah, my great aunt who just passed away. She was a flight attendant for
Really?
30 years.
That's
and
awesome.
what she did was she was in there during Vietnam was going on, so she volunteered to fly troops home.
Really?
Yeah. And my dream
or dream vacation also too. I think my grandma put me on.
Yeah, me and my dad dream vacation. Me and my dad have talked about this for a few years. Get one summer to take a week or two, and hit Canton, Ohio for Pro Football Hall of Fame, Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto, and then hit baseball in Cooperstown. We've been talking about that for a few years. I would love to see that. And I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says. Hold me to this. Actually hold me to this. I'm going to Tom Brady's Hall of Fame induction. Yeah. I don't care the circumstances. I am going to Tom Brady's Hall of Fame induction.
All right, someone remember that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I'll try my hardest to remember. I also, dude, my grandma's been putting me onto this. I change up my thing every single time because there's just so many dope places in the world to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you can always, there's always Caribbean vibe. Like if you want to be nice, you want to stay at a super dope place. I want to backpack across Europe. I think that'd be fucking sick.
I was thinking about like just like traveling Europe. Like when I was like just thinking about this.
Dude, yeah, we should just get a squad together because like I think my cousin did it. I've heard multiple people at work that have done it, and it's just like it just sounds dope to just like Europe has so much stuff, and it's not that big, so it's like it's not that hard to go. You can go from United Kingdom, like Ireland, United Kingdom, go right over, like end up in Spain or whatever, like
Spain,
France,
Portugal. Oh yeah.
France. It's either Spain or France that are right there.
Yeah.
And then go around there, and then just like Europe. I mean, not Europe. And then end up in like Italy, and then Greece, and then even check out. I would want to check out. Why am I forgetting? The camp in
Auschwitz.
Germany. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to check that out. Because it's just so real. It'll hit you in the face and be like, "Holy shit! This is what we've been looking at in our textbooks." Like.
Oh, actually, like for different like place like to one place to go to Hawaii, dude. I gotta go to fucking Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so hyped. I'm going out to the Grand Canyon, staying right on the North Ridge.
Yeah,
it's cabin right on the ridge. It's
nice.
Yeah.
If you have a chance, it's either on the north or the south. I forget, but about like 5-10 years ago, they put out like it's called the Skywalk.
Yeah.
Like when I was out there, like
you can walk right. Isn't it see through?
It's like see through for like in the middle. Like it's like a catwalk. So it's like a U shape, and then like the middle section of it is like completely see through. You can see down to the bottom.
Were you shitting your pants?
No, but like
really?
on the like the right and the left side, it's like if you don't want to get freaked out, like if you're like standing like over nothing, like you don't have to like you can see like it's like the colored glass like
yeah.
So like you don't have to freak out, but it is amazing.
Yeah, that's dope. All right, man. Second time you've been on the podcast. Hold up. I was talking about this with Christian and them, and I think I did on my last podcast too with Cam and Gilly. What's your least favorite sound?
Least favorite sound?
Styrofoam on styrofoam or a styrofoam on cardboard. I told Cam, and we were both like, ugh.
I hate that sound too. I'm like
Hillary Clinton's voice.
The word like when people say scallops. I'm sorry. Like I that's like just the
I'll take a large box of scallops.
No, God. Like there's like obviously like more things that like would just like I like hate more than that, but like that's like my biggest like pet peeve.
Yeah.
But like whenever I hear that like it like I grew up in the fishing industry, like it pains my ear.
Yep. All right, Eric.
Yo.
You're leaving the 30th.
Yep.
What's your biggest goal for the freshman year? Like, what's something that you really want to do, or just not like do, but like really like accomplish, like personally, or like.
I want to get into something in my like major. I'm going into communications. I want to get into like sports media. I want to like I don't care like I want to do something like maybe for like I don't know not like cover maybe like cover for like write for like a school newspaper or like call some games or like just like do like whatever. Like I just really want to get into like sports media because like that's like what I've thought of like for a career since I was like 11, 12 years old.
I got you, dude.
And just live it up. That's like the number one. Not gonna lie.
Under control,
but like
under control.
But still
keyword.
Have a time.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Wait, are you still having a grad party or no?
I don't think so. I'm pissed because
he was gassing it up like this huge one in Rockport.
Oh my god! Like a few people like I've seen like the property and like it's the perfect. It's like imagine like the herons, but like not next to their house, like their backyard, and then like it's a 5-minute walk to a quarry.
Yeah.
Like
you didn't even go to the Great Neck Party. That was so fun. Like the huge like little neck party. Oh wait, you were there.
When?
You were there. The big one, the huge one. You were there or no?
When?
The fucking huge one a couple of weeks ago with the band and everything. Everyone was there.
Yeah.
You were there. I just remembered.
That's called Clark.
Yeah, never mind. I do remember. You what?
That's called Clark.
No.
No.
What do you mean no? All right, Eric. Any last things you want to say?
Should we end it off in style? If you know I'm getting a
handshake. Yeah. All right, this is our handshake.
We've been working on this since
literally. Yo, now that
8th grade.
Spanish class. It
Yeah,
started in
it's
Spanish
fun,
class. 8th grade Spanish class. This is when we started. Every single year that we've had Spanish together, it's been adding on.
Yeah.
We should add another piece though. I had a fear that like when we go to college, I hope I don't forget the
Dude,
handshake.
I will never forget that handshake.
All right, let's rip it real fast,
All right.
and then right after that, we'll piece the fuck out.
All right. Watch for the show.
Move the table a little bit. Alright. So you can see it.
Didn't even get to see the last. Probably didn't even get to see the last part, but
Thank you for watching.
we've been working on that for years. Peace.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.